Only a few days ago, on September 12th of 2025, Japan's Meakandake volcano probably erupted, marking its first eruption in 17 years. But wait, Geology Hub, what do you mean by probably erupted? Shouldn't this be a simple yes or no question since there are 24/7 webcams of the volcano? To answer this question, on September 12th at around 4 p.m. local time, a strong volcanic tremor occurred. This happened alongside strong degassing with a white plume rising from and above an explosion crater the volcano created in 1996. Later, starting at around 6 p.m., the rising white gas plume quickly turned a much darker gray color, indicating the presence of volcanic ash. This ash was subsequently deposited in a 42,000 square meter area around the same crater, not measuring any thicker than a single millimeter or 0.04 of an inch. This might seem like a clear-cut albeit absurdly small instance of a volcanic eruption. Yet, while in my opinion this probably was a volcanic eruption, there is also another explanation which does not involve an eruption. Sometimes strong degassing involving highly pressurized gas from vents can loosen fine particles of ash left on vent walls from prior eruptions. So it is technically possible that no true eruption happened and instead the increased gas pressure is the source of the ash emissions. Regardless, since a persistent strong billowing gas plume has remained above the same aforementioned crater ever since, the alert level of Meakandake was raised from 1 to 2 on September 15th. As a quick reference, the Meakandake volcano can be found on the eastern portion of Japan's island of Hokkaido, specifically 53 kilometers north-northwest of the city of Kushiro. Meakandake contains more than a dozen volcanic cones and craters which when combined comprise this stratovolcano. While several different vents have erupted during the Holocene, in other words since 9700 BCE, during the last 1,000 years every single one of its eruptions has occurred within the Ponmachainshiri crater complex. Since 1950, 18 separate explosive volcanic eruptions have occurred there, all of which rated on the Volcanic Explosivity Index as a 0 or 1. Most of these post-1950 eruptions did not strongly affect areas further than 500 meters away from relevant erupting vents, although sometimes even these smaller eruptions have ejected volcanic lux further to a distance of 1 to 2 kilometers away. Now, while I would not call this volcano when it is actively erupting or thought to have the potential to soon erupt as harmless, its eruptions have not strongly affected nearby communities during the last several hundred years due to the eruption's small size and various communities' distances from the eruption site. So, even if Meakandake did suddenly produce a larger series of phreatic eruptions, minor inconvenience from slight ashfall would be the main potential concern at nearby population centers. This is why Meakandake's current exclusion zone is fairly small, being a mere 500 meters in every direction surrounding its Ponmachainshiri crater. Ponmachainshiri largely erupts andesite, although all of its recent eruptions have been purely phreatic. Gas emissions, tiltmeter readings, vent temperatures, and rates of volcanic tremor and earthquakes are still elevated, so Meakandake may soon erupt again. The vast majority of its post-1950 eruptions lasted for less than 24 hours, but not all of them. If we zoom out, you can see the vast Akan Caldera which formed in a series of voluminous ultraplanian eruptions, the last of which was 150,000 years ago. This caldera is not showing any unusual signs of activity at the present. I just thought it was interesting to note. As a final note, I would like to thank this channel's patrons on Patreon and channel members on YouTube for supporting my work.